we are just waiting for the others to join. So just a point of thought, kindly rename your phone name or the laptop name to your name. If you put on your school name with a hashtag as well, that will be much fantastic. Okay, so we are just waiting for a bit, and we'll be starting off this fantastic stage session today. Mohit, you want to join something?
Michael, we are just waiting for the other teachers to. We are waiting for the other teachers to join. Very soon, I think they will be joining in another 2-3 minutes, and then we'll start the show.
Yes, Mohit. Just to add on, just tell me, how many teachers will be here today? Fantastic teachers that they have been all around this whole COVID pandemic wave. Just tell me, what is your guess number? How many teachers will be?
The guessing number, I think around 72 to 73. Most of the teachers will join. I'm sure they will be very excited to because they have been nominated and by the principal. So I think principal and the teachers both will be here very soon. So let's count the number. Let's start counting the number.
Yes. Can you get the numbers high? How many it's right now?
It's rising. I can see the numbers are rising.
It feels like it's a whole day and we are getting votes on. Till now I think so it's 37 votes that we have received. The numbers are rising.
Let's see in another 1 minute. I think it will rise up more compared to what numbers we have right now.
Should we put any slogan? Get the votes on.
You can if you want.
Whiskey, soda, lollipop, IIHM on top. But that's my slogan that we used to give when I was in the college, and that's one of my favorites.
One more slogan we have: no shy. Say hi.
Say hi. Yes, excellent.
That's the hashtag of the book.
Of IIHM Goa. So, in a few seconds we are starting. Okay, with a thumbs up. Okay, Mohit, I'll let you continue and I'll leave the podium to you. Okay, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Mohit to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to our Virtual Teachers Day Award. On behalf of all of us at IIHM Goa, I would like to wish all the teachers here a very happy Teachers Day. Thank you for your dedications, hard work, service to our students, especially during this time of COVID-19. The light of the world, the beacon in the dark, and the hope that gives us strength. A teacher is like a candle, consuming itself to the light way of others, as one at the great impact of the growth, development, and well-being of our students. I'm sure we will all agree heartfully that teaching is a noblest and professional. Thank you, dear teacher, for your always inspiring, guiding, motivating us. I wish you all a pleasant evening. Now I request our director, Mr. Sabir Mehta, to welcome you all. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very ancient saying was Agyan Timirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurunmiratam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. One who draws me out of the darkness of unawareness and opens my eyes to the light of knowledge. To that Guru, to that teacher, I bow down and seek blessings. Heads of profound institutions of Goa and Belgaum, pioneers in the field of knowledge today. Today, on this auspicious occasion of Teachers' Day Awards for Belgaum, I would like to start by reminiscing some of the old stories of my own time as a student. You know, we teachers, we have to face some of the most ridiculous excuses time and again when students come up with it. And we have to do so patiently. In fact, so common are these excuses that I believe most of us, almost all of us, have come together with almost similar lines to cancel these excuses. I'll give you some common ones, and these are something that I have heard my teachers say over and over again. So things like your hair and your notebook are all over the place. Or things like, I have never seen such children in my life. Or statements such as, do you really think that this particular answer deserves a space in the examination sheet? There are so many more. And all of these, I mean, we usually say all of them. However, in my experience, any successful student or any person, the success of that person, the professional success of any human being, generally stems from the teacher who has taught that student. I'll give you an example. I was in class 8 and it was the final examinations. The paper was science. And me, being the great me, I ended up going there studying Hindi. Needless to say, I had a ball of an examination. And my science teacher had a ball of a time taking my case. She literally took my case. I was standing in front of her for half an hour and she went on and on and on scolding me, and I was honestly pretty upset. I'll tell you why I was upset. Because I was not considered one of those idiots who would fail. It was expected that I would go ahead and pass despite the circumstances. And still she was scolding me. And that's why I was upset. And as luck would have it, I was also one of those lucky buggers whose mother used to work as a teacher in the same school. As a result, I was given some privileges that other students did not have. One of them, a very important privilege, was I could stay back in the school when other students couldn't. So I stayed back, I was waiting for my mom, and I see my science teacher walking very quickly, very briskly to the examination controller's office. And I'm sure we are all aware, we all collect the papers, the examination papers from the controller's office, and she collected her bundle and she quickly went to the staff room. And she started sifting through the papers. She took out the paper, checked it once, checked it twice, checked it the third time. No reward for guessing whose paper that was. You know, like I said, I was not the kind of guy who would have failed. But when I saw her checking my paper, the look of care, the empathy that I could see in her eyes, it opened my eyes. And I think, to at least some extent, the reason that I'm standing in front of you today, being who I am, solely depends upon the foundation that's laid that day by my science teacher. That's what teachers do. You know, teachers pave way for the students to start thinking and analyzing. In today's world, when the entire lifestyle is governed by money and power, teachers are the only people with whom our students can experiment morally, with whom our students can actually play the games of right and wrong and learn what is right and what is wrong. They become decisive. They start thinking. They start analyzing the truth. And for that, I'm proud to have the privilege of thanking each and every one of you. You see, over the years that I have been a teacher, I have found that a student's mind is like a mirror. It reflects everything that falls on it. So today, when we look at our students at IIHM, we realize that our task has become very simple. Very simple. You know why? Because you have helped the students set up such a strong foundation of morals that we don't have to work on that regard. Come Corona, come COVID-19, the world went into a shutdown mode. From a very busy office-going job life, every individual in the world was suddenly shut in the house. And everybody was worrying about what's going to happen in the present. At that time, there was a group of people who was thinking about the future. The schools decided to go online. As one of the foremost institutions in India, which moved into blended learning and online teaching techniques in a span of 3 days when the lockdown started, we at IHM know exactly the kind of pain that teachers go through when they have to change. When you have to unlearn the physical learning techniques, when you have to relearn the online teaching techniques, and then you have to apply. And then you still have to ensure that the students' minds, the figure little things, are still concentrating on what you want to teach. We know what that takes. Well, you did it. The moral fiber of the entire body or the faculty of teaching that sits before me today in Belgaum, ladies and gentlemen, the moral fiber of this body was so thick that even COVID-19 could not stop. We learned, we delivered. All in hopes of keeping our little ones alive and their education sound. To celebrate this unique strength of teachers, International Institute of Hotel Management celebrates the Teachers' Day Awards 2020 Belgaum chapter. This year, Teachers' Day Awards is slightly different from the other years that we usually do. This year, we are not just calling it Teachers' Day, we are calling it the Valiant Teachers' Day, because these are the teachers who, despite all odds that they faced, despite all the lockdowns and shutdowns that they faced, they still decided to take the step forward to still continue teaching. So, for all the people in the world today who think that doctors are the only corona warriors, I have a news flash. Think about people who continued to think about your children when you were busy saving the world. These are the people who were worried about your future when you were worried about the world's present. Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you and let me congratulate you for being the Corona Warrior Teachers of Belgaum 2020. All of you are fantastic. All of you are superheroes. To carry this even forward, we have a message from the Chairman and Chief Mentor of International Institute of Hotel Management, Dr. Suborno Bose. May I please begin the ceremony with his message to all of us today. Can I please have the
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And it's such an honor and privilege to be with you. And it is a day which belongs to you. So, from IIHM family all over the world, let me first of all welcome all of you. And once again, congratulate all of you on this very special Teachers' Day. 2020 is a very different year for all of us. Whether it is for the purpose of the pandemic or it is for the purpose of the first ever virtual Teachers' Day Award ceremony which is organized by IIHM. Whether it's a real or virtual, it doesn't matter, because what I really want to speak about today is the huge contribution, the commitment, the dedication that all the teachers of our country have shown during these challenging times. The pandemic has not able to stop the education, and I think the biggest contribution that has come are from the educators like you. I think today as we stand and speak and we salute all of you for your resilience, for your dedication and for your love for your students and your mentees. I think India will remember your contribution for a long time to come. Just like any other frontline workers like doctors, ambulance drivers, and other healthcare workers. I think the educators like you are no less important. Your contribution during this pandemic, during this COVID-19 crisis, is as important as each one of them. So today, in this very special Teachers' Day, in the Teachers' Day Award 2020, we call it Valiant Teachers' Day. Not just Happy Teachers' Day, but it's a Valiant Teachers' Day because you have shown that spirit of valor. You have shown that spirit of sustenance in difficult times. And you have shown the spirit of carrying on the education even in the most difficult time that we have ever seen in our life. I think India is in safe hands so long people like you are the educator, so long people like you can carry on educating our children, whether it's in school, whether it's in the college or in the universities. All the brilliant scientists, the doctors, the engineers, the IT professionals, the lawyers, and the politicians, they all are nurtured by you. It is because of you that India produced some amazing people. And I think it is because of you that India will continue to become the superpower in the world because of the education that you give to our children. And on this Teachers' Day, it is once more important for all of us to understand that Indian society is so important because Indian society depends heavily on you. Just imagine a family where we have got small children and there are no classes, no education for months. What will happen to the family? There will be no happiness, there will be no literacy, there will be no cultural, any kind of a push. We will struggle and struggle because our children are the source of our happiness. And it is because of people like you, the teachers, the educators of the country, that is important, that you have made that big difference. You have brought that happiness. You have brought the smile in the face of the children. You have brought the smile in the face of the parents. You have brought the smile in the face of the nation. In a lot of ways, you are the part of the nation building process because without you, the nation that we are, the great nation that India is solely and wholly dependent on educators like you. And without the educators, we are nothing, to be honest. Whether it's cultural, whether it's civilized, whether it's literacy, it all starts from the teachers. You teachers actually teach the children how to become civilized. You teach the students how to become literate. You teach our children how to behave. You teach them manners. You teach them social etiquettes. You teach them what is right, what is not right. You teach them the life skill. And with your teaching, with the education that you impart to the children of the country that is India, India becomes much more a strong superpower. Without your contribution, without your education, without your teaching, India would have become a very, very small country with no literacy, with no great people, and that is which we are not looking at. So today, as we stand chins up on the corona crisis, I think it's very important for all of us to realize that teachers are the most important part of the entire Indian society. And so, at IIHM, we use the word because teacher changes life. And believe me, it is indeed the biggest truth in life. The teachers are the people who changes life. And today, as we celebrate you, as we celebrate Teachers' Day, and as we celebrate the teacher in you, from everyone at IHM, we bow to you and we salute you because in this corona crisis, you are the people who have led India out of a much bigger crisis. So a very happy Teachers' Day, a very special Teachers' Day, and also a very valiant Teachers' Day. Ladies and gentlemen, This is a huge day for all of us, and let us stay bonded. IHM is one of the institutes in the country that always recognizes the fact that teachers are the most important people in the society. And today, the entire function, the entire program is to recognize you, is to recognize your effort, and to recognize your contribution. So once again, many congratulations. Please keep up the great work you are doing. Your commitment, your dedication should go on, because without your contribution, India cannot really prosper. So with that, I am Dr. Subhana Bose from my headquarters in Calcutta, wishing all of you a very happy Teachers' Day, very valiant Teachers' Day. Have fun, bond, and namaskar from all of us.
With the salute from Dr. Subhana Bose. So I'm very glad to announce that Dr. Subhana Bose, along with EduGuy, along with IBM, the tech giant, has made something outstanding to share some light on. I would like to call Mr. Samir Mehta, Director, IIHM Goa. Please, Samir sir.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and whether you like it or not, you'll possibly see a lot of me today. So we'll continue from there. See, I am going to talk to you a bit about one of our sister concerns. It's called the EduGuy, and EduGuy has launched something fantastic. Before I go to this something fantastic, I have a food for thought for you. Careers are generally considered very important decisions of human life. In India, definitely very important. But unlike most of the important decisions in our life, careers are not a quantifiable technique. There's no quantifiable technique to identify how a career should be placed. We usually worry about careers based upon just what the student wants, which is of course very important. We very rarely take into consideration whether a student has the aptitude or the attitude for that particular career. Therefore, EduGuy came out with an idea. Of course, this idea was supplemented with the super artificial intelligence of one of the tech giants of the world, the IBM. IBM, the technology of IBM comprised, and of course, plus the ideology of EduGuy under Dr. Subhana Bose, we came up with something called a CCPT, that is the EduGuy Career Predictive Test. As the name suggests, it's a career predictive test. And this is a highly scientific tool. Consider it this way. The test comprises of 2 hours of giving the test. Now 2 hours for you and me is a very long time. But we break the test down into 3 different segments. The first segment typically checks the attitude of the student. Now understand something, and I'm sure you as teachers know this much better than I do, that attitude is neither right or wrong. Attitude is neither good or bad. It's just that where is the right kind of attitude to be applied. Right? And there are so many different careers. I will be very honest with you, when I was working on this project, I realized that there are over 40,000 different careers that can be chosen. And unfortunately, or fortunately, when we were students, we couldn't even name 40 of them. And now, kids have an opportunity to know that there are over 40,000 careers existing on this planet. And they have the right to choose which is the right one for them. Now, when they choose the right one, how do you know it is the right one? So, the first things first. The first test is the attitude test. The second test is the aptitude test. And the third test is the aspiration test. The 3 A's of ECPT, the 3 A's of IBM Artificial Intelligence. We have finally come up with a quantifiable method of understanding what would be the right career for your student? What would be the right career for your ward? Now, how does this work? I mean, does this child give an examination? The examination decides whether he's fit for IIT, JEE or NEET or hotel management? No, not just that. So once the student takes the test, this test encompasses an entire profile of the student, right? Based upon these three tests, which are not actually knowledge-based tests, they are more of, how should I put it? They are responsible for, like I said, the attitude, the aptitude, right? So they're more of psychometric tests in nature. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's just about the learning curve that the student has, the attitude curve that the student has, and based upon this, the test will generate a report. That report is highly comprehensive. It shows the top 3 career paths that would suit the student. And not just the career paths. It's not an arbitrary rule. It will give you the reasons why the student will perform well in that particular career. It's actually a huge report. I've seen the report, and that report encompasses graphs and charts of the learning curves of the students, whether the students have high emotional quotient or social quotient or IQ, that is the intellectual quotient, and how would they pan out. Now, it does not mean that if a student has high IQ, that means his EQ is 0, right? So how would you quantify that? ECPT is the answer. You can actually quantify what the student career is going to shape up like based upon the test. So if you want to actually learn more about the test, you can always reach out to us. We will be more than happy to help you out in finding out more about this test. But going on, how do you take this test? It's a very simple thing. ECPTonline is the .com is the website. You can go on the website, you can actually read about it, you can see the study that has been conducted, but we have a very short video, a 20-second video to tell you how to take this test. Can we please have the AV on ECPT?
So as you can see, it is so easy to give and apply for the ECPT test and appear for it. So you can tell your students, and the students can also call us. So you very quickly, soon you'll be receiving the phone number where you can contact if you have any questions as well. Otherwise, the website, as you have seen, you can open and go through all the details. If you have any questions, call us back. Okay, as you see, it's a digital world. It's a digital market. So IIHM Goa has moved our way ahead in being digital. Brilliant approach by Chef Sangeeta and team. The HOD of IIHM Goa Culinary. Sorry, to add on, she's the chef, the culinary chef, HOD for IIHM Goa. So she will be introducing something magnificent that she and her team has created. It is totally green, it's totally safe, and it is very easy to read upon. So may I call Chef Sangeeta to tell us what this magical thing that she and her team has brought us. So Chef Sangeeta, over to you.
Thank you, Somadev. That was a wonderful note you have made for us. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TDA and the launch of our second edition of our own magazine, El Gusto, which is the hard work of our students from IIHM Goa. Over the past 3 months, and no one would disagree, this labor of love for food, as it is a great achievement of us, for us as Team IIHM. I would like to mention that this is more than just a food magazine during this pandemic time, where we are just locked down back at home. This magazine, which is getting launched digitally, talks about coming together from all parts of India and really able to celebrate or what connects us rather than what divides us. Our student stays connected and absolutely alert for creating this Art of E magazine for IIHM Goa. This magazine includes puzzles, quiz, articles by chefs, food photography, and many more things which binds us together as a team as chefs. So now I would like to introduce to you all our Director Culinary IIHM Chef Sanjay Ka to have an overview through the e-magazine El Gusto. Over to you, Chef Ka.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful Teachers' Day Award ceremony for IIHM Goa. We are really, really pleased to have all of you here in this evening. And congratulations, my advance congratulations to everyone who will be awarded tonight. Please understand that we really, really value the kind of efforts, the kind of contribution that you have to make all of us. When I say us, I also include myself, everyone. You know, there is nothing that we can do without having a teacher, without having a guru. And whatever we are today is all because of your contributions into our life. And of course, later on, when we entered this new normal, which we call COVID-19, you know, we entered a kind of an era where, you know, we did not know what to do next. So, as our chairman, Dr. Bose, was telling you a few moments earlier that, you know, we at IIHM started thinking brisk and quick. And we went into online teaching in just 24 hours of the lockdown being announced. And from that day onwards, we have been really, really trying to put our best foot forward and try and get in touch with our students every day, every minute, so that there is no backlog into their studies, that there is no gap between their studies, and they are getting equal amount of you know, education that they would have probably got in the classroom. In the same in the same contribution, we also wanted to reach out to our students, and we also wanted to reach out to a lot of people other than our students. So what our team at Goa did, they you know, wanted to do something extra than classroom, and they hit upon an idea of starting an e-magazine. And you know, when this idea came into starting an e-magazine, it was just a matter of 15 days that they launched the first edition of the magazine El Gusto. Can you see my screen, Sangeeta Chef?
See your screen. Yes, sir.
That was 15 days. That was around a month and a half back that they started the first edition of this magazine El Gusto. It was in circulation in IIHM and our sister institutes and a lot of our you know, friends in the industry. And today I come up to all of you to introduce the second edition of this magazine El Gusto. It is a magazine which is very modern at heart. It is an online magazine which does not need, you know, paper to be printed. It can come to you over mail. It is the labor of love by the culinary team at IIHM Goa, and of course a lot of contribution from other teams there at IIHM Goa, talking about marketing, talking about the IT team, talking about teams from other departments. There are some wonderful contributions from the culinary team, a lot of contributions from others. You can see a lot of trivia about different types of foods. You must have, you know, we all are discussing a lot about immunity, etc. these days, and there is a lot of information on that. There are recipes, there are some interesting seasonal foods that are written about, and we also have a section on recipes. What is a you know, food book without having recipes? There is a section on quarantine cooking. And this magazine also has a wonderful topic which talks about Anglo-Indian cuisine fusion. This magazine also, we were talking just before the Teachers' Day Awards. Mr. Samir has said that from the next edition onwards, we will have 2 pages which will be dedicated to all these schools that we get in touch with all across the year. We would be requesting contributions from all of you. We will have 2 to 3 pages which will be dedicated to all the contributions that come from the schools that we get in touch with in Goa and around Goa. So this is a wonderful opening
from next, from next edition onwards, rather from this edition onwards, all this magazine will be mailed to you on the day when it is released. And we request all of you, the team there in Goa will be looking forward to your contributions to the magazine. And we will also look forward to you, looking at the magazine every month whenever it is published, every edition of it. And, we would look forward to a lot of contribution from your side. So the magazine is all gusto, and congratulations again to the culinary team and the general team at IIHM Goa for coming up with this wonderful magazine. And I would like all of you to, you will get a link most probably on the chat box just now. Please go through it, flip through it, and we will be looking forward to a lot of contributions from your side, and of course a lot of mentorship from yourself as far as the magazine goes. Thank you very much, Chef Sangeeta. Thank you very much, the culinary team. Thank you very much, Sameer sir, and everybody there at IIHM Goa, and also all of you who joined us today. And my congratulations to everyone who is going to be awarded this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
And I will be looking forward to your awards. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Chef Kak. Thank you, Chef Sangeeta. And moving forward, just to add on a small thing, let me say that I know each and every teacher had a difficulty, and I have also faced that, to be true, and I'm proud of it, because shedding off the old way of cooking, of teaching. I'm a chef, so cooking comes first for me. So shedding off the old way of teaching, taking the new normal in, and then going forward, taking the challenge one more time up, performing the best, keeping the students busy, keeping the students energized, keeping the students busy with all your messages, all your hard work, all your assignments. I know you guys have done the best that you have could. And that is why the head of your schools, the principals, have chosen you for the awards, right? So, for the award, the best thing today, I guess, and everyone was waiting for it. Yes. So may I call upon Mr. Sameer Mehta once again. As he said, he'll be coming up more on the stage, and yes, I am keeping him busy. So may I call Mr. Sameer Mehta once again on the podium for the award session. And ladies and gentlemen, be ready to say hi. Okay? Sameer Mehta, marks up.
Thank you so much, Shubhadev. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm sure by the end of this you will be recognizing this case anywhere on this planet. So we will not waste a lot of time. We have come to the climax of the event. We have come to the main event today, which is the award ceremony. Now, when I say award ceremony, of course, it does not only mean that I'm going to announce your name online and everything gets done and we are all, what should I say, I mean, glory to God and everything gets solved over there. No, it doesn't. Of course, your certificates are on the way. The certificates will reach Belgaum. Unfortunately, not tomorrow, but they will reach your certificates will reach there soon enough. Along with the certificate, there is a special award for every one of you. This time we were thinking, every year we give our faculty members gifts. And this time we were thinking, how do I give a gift? Because sending a gift is both obnoxious and difficult. So what to do? So this time we will make a slight difference. Since everything is technology governed, since everything is technology driven, we decided that your gift this time would be vouchers from Amazon. But how do you utilize it is entirely up to you, ladies and gentlemen. So your vouchers with your certificate will be coming over to you shortly within the week. I can promise you that. That said, what is important, of course, is the fact that we do believe your due recognition should be given to you. And hence we are live today, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on Facebook right now as we are going to announce the winners of the Valiant Teachers Day Award 2020. the Corona Warrior Teachers of Belgaum. Without much ado, I will quickly start with the nominations. This year, the nominations were multiple from each school because nobody can decide that a single person has done a good job or a bad job. So the nominations are from GSSPU College, Belgaum. The nominees are Mr. Bharti Sunil Sawant, Mr. Harsh Bhawan, Ms. Anuja Jyotipa Chavan, Mrs. Vaishali Anand Kaur Bharti. And to felicitate them, we have the principal, Mr. Parvan K. Pitre. Can I please request Mr. Parvan K. Pitre to come under the spotlight and talk to us about the nominees that you have chosen. Mr. Pitre, if you're there, can you please unmute yourself, and if you can have you under the spotlight. Mr. Pitre, if you're there, I believe he's not there. So anybody, any nominee from JSSPU College, Belgaum, if you could please unmute yourself. A representative from GSSPU College, if you could please unmute yourself. Do we have anybody from GSSPU College? Quiet, ladies and gentlemen. So that is unfortunately the first hit and miss that we have. However, the nominations have already been noted, so I am sure they will reach you. I will move on to the next school. The nominees from RPGPU College, Belgaum. The nominees are Ms. Geetanjali Haldekar, Ms. Sushanta Bijapure, Mr. Manjunath V. Gavani, and Ms. Sharmila B. Sambhaji. To felicitate them, can I please request the principal, Mr. Kashinath B. Maled, if you are there, sir, if you could please come under the spotlight. Mr. Kashinath, if you're there.
Sir, he is not there.
Do we have Ms. Geetanjali with us?
No, sir.
Oops, any representative that we have from RPGPU College? I guess not. A second hit and miss.
Sir,
I
I'm
think
there.
I'm playing a game of baseball today, and I might get out of
Sir,
this.
hello, sir. I'm
Hello?
here, Dr. Sharmila Sambhaji.
Ms. Sambhaji, namaskar. Welcome to
Yeah.
Teachers Day Awards Belgaum 2020.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, if there are any words that you have for the event, for your colleagues, for the representatives, the teachers, or the principal, now's the time to speak up.
Thank you, sir. This is first kind of program where teachers are felicitated virtually. Actually, this Teachers Day, we missed our students this event as due to COVID situation, the campus is like we can say it is empty without students, and every year they organize function for us. And this is first time that our students are not there to celebrate Teachers Day, but we are not missing that event as it has been organized by you. And on behalf of all the participants, I am very much thankful to you for organizing such a wonderful function, felicitation function for all the teachers. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your words mean a lot to us because, trust me, we empathize with the fact of what the teachers are doing. And the only reason why we keep organizing this event is because it is important for us that the teachers of our country get recognized too. Internationally, teachers are held in super high esteem. Unfortunately, in our country, it is not so. So we are trying to create a platform where the teachers are rewarded for the hard work that they do. And this year, I think we have surpassed every aspect of, should I say, social work, every aspect of social responsibility. I think we have taken a new turn, and that new turn ensure that the teachers are the ones who would be recognized and respected all across this nation. Thank you so much, ma'am. We move on to the nominations of the next school. The next school to provide the nominations is BK Model High School Camp, Belgaum, and the nominees are Ms. Shaila Chate, Shri R.S. Bhatt, Mr. T.R. Bhaskari, Shri N.V. Kapoor, and Shri S.N. Joshi. We have with us the President, Ms. Shaila A. Chate with us. Ma'am, I can see you there, I can see you smiling. It would be lovely to have you speak a few words here. Ma'am, you're muted, you will need to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you're unmuted.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, Ms. Chate, we can hear you.
Yes. Sir, are you hearing?
Absolutely.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have already given 4 teachers' name. There is a saying that tells the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, and the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. Thus, I would like to take this wonderful opportunity to thank the great teachers of our school, Sri S.N. Joshi sir, Sri R.S. Bhatt sir, Sri T.R. Bhaskari, and Sri L.B. Kamar sir of BK Model High School, who has inspired all our students to stood as the backbone to the school. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Hello.
you so much, Ms. Chane. It was wonderful hearing from you. And you're absolutely right. The greatest of the teachers are the ones which inspire students. And I think we are all doing a fantastic job there, because the teachers in front of me today are the ones who inspire. We will proceed on to the next nomination. The next nomination has come from Prerna PU College, Belgaum, and the nominees are Mr. Venugopal CV, Mr. Belgaum Bhaskar, who's the Vice Principal, Ms. Komal Kamble, Ms. Samiksha P. Patel, Mr. Sagar Kulwate. And we have with us Mr. Venugopal CV, who's the principal of this school. Can I please request Mr. Venugopal to come under the spotlight and talk to us? Mr. Venugopal, if you're there, if you could please unmute yourself. Mr. Venugopal?
Sir, he is not connected.
In that case, if Mr. Belgaum is there? Do we have any representative from Prerna PU College, Belgaum? I believe not. We are moving forward to the next set of nominations. The next set of nominations, ladies and gentlemen, are from Divine Providence Convent High School, and the nominees are Miss Mercy Thomas, Miss Mahananda Janjaliti, Miss Mary George, and Miss Fatima D'Souza. If we have Sister Rosanna Joseph with us, Sister Rosanna, if you're there, if you could please unmute yourself and come into the spotlight. Miss Rosanna?
Sir, she is not there.
In that case, do we have any representative from Divine Providence Convent High?
Hello, sir.
Namaste, ma'am.
I'm Mary George. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely, Miss Mary George.
Yeah.
We can see you as well.
Thank you very much, first of all, for honoring us teachers. During this COVID time, in spite of all the difficulties, our teachers, not only me, it's not just me, all our teachers are working hard. They take a lot of trouble finding videos, making videos, and reaching our children. So it is not a joke or a small thing what our teachers are doing. And not only of our school, I know all teachers all over are doing a very good job. It's difficult, but we are doing it.
Absolutely, absolutely, Miss George, and you're so right, and so politely put. May I also say, it's wonderful to hear you speak. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. We will move on to the next set of nominations which have come from Trinity College of Commerce, and the nominees are Miss Shanta K, Miss Vijayta Vishe, Mr. Shiva K. Miss Devyani Vidolkar. And to facilitate them, can I please request Mr. Prasad Desai to come under the spotlight. Mr. Prasad Desai.
Sir, he is not there.
In that case, can I please request any representative from Trinity College of Commerce to take the spotlight? Anybody from Trinity College of Commerce? Guess not. So we will move on to the next set of nominations, which are from KLEDBA Chikori, and the nominees are Professor Sandeep Kurche, Professor Ranju Chaudhary, Professor Jameel Mullah, Professor Vishal, and felicitate them. Can I request Professor Sandeep Kurche to come on the spotlight?
Good evening.
Good evening,
Firstly,
Professor Kurche. We can see you, sir. How are you?
yeah, sir, fine, sir. And firstly, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude from the whole team of my college that yours is the first institution, first organization who branded us as a Corona warriors, because we have listened police, doctors, nurses, cleaners, all these people are Corona warriors. But thanks to you that you have appreciated the teamwork of the teacher community, wherein they ensured during the lockdown also teaching is going on in the India. They, as I said, like it is not only me or my college, but one of the participants, as she had said it rightly, everyone throughout the India, they have ensured that teaching is not stopped during the lockdown. So either through the telephonic mode, or online mode, or any other online devices, they ensured teaching and learning process is happening. So only thing is feeling very happy that IIHM has taken this work into consideration and decided us to felicitate for this effort that we have done even during the lockdown period. So once again, from bottom of my heart as well as my entire team members, I would like to share my gratitude to the team IIHM. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you so much, Professor. It means a lot. It means a lot to us when you say thank you to us, because we are here to say thank you to you.
Thank you.
Trust me, at our stage, at the college stage, when we are actually teaching students, things are far more simpler. Because we are not, we don't have to start with the basics. We have to start by teaching them the technicals. We have to start by teaching them skills. And you know why the students can learn skills? The students can learn skills because there are people like you who ensure that they are ready to learn.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today is our day of saying thank you to you. With that, we come to the next set of nominations, but let me also, before I go there, announce that on the next set of, before I announce the next set of nominations, I must thank one person profusely. This person went out wholeheartedly and supported the concept of nominating teachers for Corona Warriors. I'm sure everybody did, but with us we have Mr. Shakil Mukashi, the chairman of Mandi Group of Institutions, and he is also going to nominate a set of people from across all the Madhi institutions, which means, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be ready for a long bout of name calling that I am going to do today. Name calling in the good way. So let me start from Madhi English Medium School, Belgaum, the Subhash Nagar branch. We have Mr. Shakil Mukashi, Ms. Bushra Chand Shah, Ms. Shaheen Mullah, Ms. Samaya Sadi, Ms. Parveen Hamudia, Ms. Shabnam Hasabali, and Ms. Sarah Nawaz. From Madhi English Medium School, Belgaum, Veer Bhadranagar branch, we have Ms. Sayyida Ubshira Banu, Ms. Gosia Ghazi, Ms. Sanae Paninari, Ms. Sabiha Bepari, Ms. Aisha and Mullah, Ms. Afshan Bowman, and Ms. Taranum Sheikh. From Madhi English Medium School, Belgaum, the Belgaum Nagar branch, we have Mr. Hasib Ravi Hakim, Ms. Taranum F. Bayramdan, Ms. Shaheen A. Garab, Ms. Nazia A. Shamdar, Ms. Shabana Pathan, Ms. Shaina A. Dehanvi, Ms. Mumtaz Davli. We have from the Bedfutri branch, Ms. Tabassum Mullah, Ms. Maliha Deharli, Ms. Ruxana Mukashi, Ms. Yasmin Lodi, Ms. Fahida Sheikh, and Ms. Aisha Darwan. We have from the primary school, Ms. Asma Bahwan, Ms. Dilshad Babi, Ms. Latifah Nisa Khan, Mr. Ravi Kolkar, Ms. Ismail, Mr. Ismail Mullah, Ms. Nagma Pachmali, and from the PU College for Girls, Madhi PU College for Girls, we have Ms. Sana Armda, Tamzeen Saradi, Ms. Tahneem Nifty, Ms. Manju Nayak, Ms. Aisha Khan, and Ms. Afshan Sheikh. That's long list people, all from Madhi group of institutions spread out over the city of Belgaum. And if we have with us Mr. Shakil Mukashi, I would really like to call him under the spotlight. Mr. Mukashi, if you're there with us, I'd really like to call you under the spotlight.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Namaskar. Welcome.
So, how are you, sir?
I'm wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for asking.
I am Mr. Mukashi, the principal of Madni Group of Schools, Belgaum. I, on behalf of myself, the management, and on behalf of students and the staff, applaud the efforts taken by IIHM Goa campus on felicitating the teaching faculty on the occasion of Teachers' Day 2020. I personally feel that the felicitation through virtual e-certificates will surely boost the confidence of teachers' family of every institution, particularly teaching faculty of Madhi Group of Schools, Belgaum. I thank you wholeheartedly, and I hope in future too, IIHM Goa campus will surely keep on encouraging many more teachers in making the nation strong. It is just like, we go on appreciating our teachers, and on top of that, your encouragement and your I can say bringing up the confidence and boosting the teachers. It is just like Sone pe Suhaga, what we say. So with these few words, I just end my speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mukashi. We can see the amount of encouragement that you are providing to your teachers, and that makes a lot of sense to us because we are trying to do the same. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Mr. Mukashi, and with that, we come to a closure of all the awards for the city of Belgaum. Ladies and gentlemen, it was lovely to have you with us. May I start off by thanking specifically Dr. Shubhodha Bose, the chairman and the CEO, chief mentor of IIHM Hotel School, because it was his brainchild to actually come up with the idea of celebrating teachers of this nation, which means a lot. And from there on, we took it forward. It's been years and years that we have constantly tried to ensure that teachers get the due recognition all over the country. In fact, as we talk today, simultaneously Teachers' Day Awards are being organized not just in the city of Belgaum, but also in the city of Dehradun, in the entire state of Bihar, and in the city of Indore in Madhya Pradesh as we move along. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for taking the time out for your children, for the students, because they don't usually have anybody else to look up to. Like I had said in the beginning, you are the people with whom our students can experiment morally. You are the moral guidelines for the students. And it is lovely to see that the children, the students are in such good hands. Thank you so much for taking the time out for these awards. Namaskar. And with that, I will hand over the podium back to Mohit. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful note. I'm sure on this day of Teachers' Day Award, we all are on a platform where we understand the importance of teachers more on the pathway of achieving a goal. Firstly, I would like to thank our chairperson, chair mentor, Dr. Subal Lobos, our director, Samir Mehta, and culinary director, Chef Sanjay Kar, and IIHM chefs, Chef Shruti, Chef Sangeeta, and Shomadip Chef. And the last, not the least, but our marketing team, Pradna, Iris, and myself, for putting this across in such an organized, successful events. Thank you so much. And now I call on my colleague also, Mr. Shomadip, to say some few words.
So that was well put as Mohit, a brilliant one, a brilliant session of 1 hour, and not taking so much more time. We have just come to the closure of this brilliant event, and hope you all have enjoyed a lot. And I know that butterfly in your stomach is there when you are receiving the awards. So as has already said, it is on the run, it's on the flight, it's on the way. So it will reach you as soon as possible. Okay, with that note, me and Mohit signing off. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a pleasant evening.